My name is Jessi and I'm with Atypical Modern Day Oracle, and today I am going to do the general reading for January 2018, the official first reading of 2018. Okay, but first I do have a very important announcement to make, so stay tuned if you're here for the reading. At this time I am running a special look ahead package for 2018. So if you're looking to get specific month-to-month overview of what each month is going to look for you for 2018, you still have a chance to do that. The sale is going to end on the 15th. So after the 15th, this will no longer be available to anyone. And so right now I do have 3 levels of packages that you can buy. And basically what I'm going to be doing is presenting you readings for each month going forward, and then packaging them all in a PDF and then emailing them to you so that you can keep them forever and reference back to them as often as you need to for 2018. So to be able to participate in that, definitely check out my website, www.atypicalmoderndayoracle.com, or email me, Jessi at atypicalmoderndayoracle.com. It is Jessi with one I. So, I'll just put all the links in the description below. And so check out my website if you're interested in that. So, I think that's all the announcements that I have as far as that goes. There are going to be a lot of announcements going forward. I've just been doing, with the closing out of 2017 and bringing in 2018 with the new year coming in, I am pretty excited in doing some changes, some life changes, and some business changes. So I am really excited to see how that helps this channel, this business grow and flourish and help other people too. So let's just dive into the reading. For the reading today, I am using the Circle of Life Tarot, and they came in this pretty little bag. And I always put the deck that I'm using in the description below, so do check that out if you ever want to see more of the deck that I'm using. Okay, so what I am going to be shuffling and asking for at this time is just general advice reading for the healers and the light workers and movers and shakers, anyone, because we are very friendly on this channel. So I'm just going to ask for anyone that is interested in receiving healing messages and how we can best step up and be better co-creative healers in this realm for the month of January. Excuse me. Talking today is not my thing. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm going to pull them one at a time so that you guys can see that I'm not cheating, if you can cheat at tarot readings. Okay, so the first card I pulled is the Sun. I'll see if I can zoom in without the glare happening here. And this is a major arcana card, which means that we are going to be very front and center in this time. And so this is very much an action-based card. Everything is out in the light, with especially if you live in the U.S. The political climate, it has taken an interesting turn, especially in 2017. So now everything is out in the light going into 2018. And so we are going to be able to shed our light on issues that are very close to our hearts. And so I'm seeing that there are other things that we need to be aware of, and that we don't necessarily always think about. And these other things are sorry, I'm just trying to phrase it. I get these divine downloads, and they don't always come in ways that are good to say. And I know I don't do as well as I would like with these things. So definitely be patient and kind with me, because, and especially also to call me out on it, gently, please, because I'm trying to be aware of these things. So when it comes to shedding light on things, so there are people, animals, plants, beings, whatever, that have gotten the short end of the stick recently. Well, in recent history, if we go that route. And so what this card is saying is that we are being called at this time to call out those injustices. And that is a very broad statement. And I'm intentionally leaving it that way because there are plenty of injustices going on in today's world. And so we, as light workers, as healers, as shamans or mystics or oracles, I have my things that are my things. You have something totally different that are your things. You might be more interested in animal rights and animal protection. Someone else might be more interested in Black Lives Matter. Someone else might be more interested in LGBT rights. Another person could be, sexism and gender equality. Everything matters. We need all of those things. We need everyone to step up and call out those injustices and bring them to light. That's what this card's saying. We also, Spirit would also like to see a turn towards more ecological practices. And so just more sustainability practices, whether that's refusing plastic water bottles or refusing plastic bags at the grocery store, or just deciding to walk. I'm not walking in the sweater. Thank you very much. It's too cold outside for me to walk anywhere almost. But walking or riding your bike instead of driving, just doing little things to show that you appreciate Spirit and Mother Earth and the environment that we live in, because there is no planet B. That's what the Sun card wants us to do. Okay, moving on. I think that's enough time spent on that one. Next. We're going to go to the opposite ends of the spectrum with this one. Here is the Moon card. And so what this means with, this is also a major arcana card. And the moon is very much connected with the oceans and our deep emotions. And the moon's phases, as we all know, affect the tides, and they affect even the tides of a lake or a pond. Anyone who works at a hospital knows that the full moon affects affects a lot of people too, in weird and strange ways, which is totally okay and totally fine. We are being invited at this time to dive into those emotions and dive into what they mean to us, and how we feel about things. If we're going to connect these two, connecting the emotions to the issues that we care about, and reminding ourselves why we care about these issues, and connecting with the reasons that we fight for these things. Yeah, it's just so important that we connect with both the outside world and our inside world at the same time, so that we can know that we are secure in our inside world, and once we're secure there, then we know that the outside world, no matter how horrible or crazy it may seem sometimes, no matter how horrible and crazy, we can be secure in our inside world and our emotions, and just know that for us, we are doing the right thing. And it's a struggle because it is an uphill battle, or it may seem like an uphill battle. But sometimes the moon will help us connect with water and connect with our emotions, and it will help us be able to go with the flow more. Because sometimes it just feels like you're hitting a brick wall. Sometimes even though that's what we've been trying to do, it's not necessarily the right path. And so the moon is just inviting us to connect with our emotions and to connect with our spirit, and become a little more spiritual about these things. So that's what I've got for the moon card. Last card I've got here is the Knight of Wands. And this is very much an action card. Let me get you close up here. This is very much an action card, and this card is inviting us to actually step up to the plate and move forward with our passions. Now, sorry, I'm getting that divine download again. This is both your personal passion and political and more worldview passion. So this has to do with both of them. They don't necessarily go together all the time, but as in my case, it does. It is, part of my brand to be LGBT friendly and to be friendly with other races and other religions and viewpoints, So, but that's not everybody's way, and that's totally fine. Someone else might have a non-political bent avenue for their passions, which is totally fine. And so it's just, this card is indicating that we should dive into those passions and just dive into the creative process. Dive into the creative process and just let it flow out of us. And we should be careful at this time about burning bridges with other people that might actually prove as assets in the future. So do keep that in mind. Since we are so passionate about our healing modes, our way of life, and how it goes against the grain with the norm. We are at a higher risk of pushing people out, and so we just need to be careful about how we proceed with that. So there's that. Yeah, that's what I've got for that one. And so I've got the bonus card here, which is the undercurrent card, and that's underneath the deck. This is what's going on below the surface. And so I'm just going to take it and show you guys here. It is the Knave of Chalices. So whereas we had the Knight before, Knights and Knaves both in this deck are court cards, which means they represent people or types of people. So this person was very active and encouraging us to go forward with our passions. And then this one here, Knaves are the same as pages if you know anything about tarot. And so this person is a student or a messenger, someone who is just starting on the path to learning about what the suit represents. So this one is pointing again back to the moon card and the element of water. So water, emotions, just getting back in touch with your inside world and bringing that forward. How to be a messenger and communicate your feelings. How to inspire people using emotions. And so we are continuing to learn about this because as light workers and healers, we are naturally more inclined to do that anyway. It's just we're going back and taking a refresher course on the basics, basically. So just keep that in mind when we're going about our day-to-day normal lives, whatever that means. Okay, so in review, we've got the sun, the bringing forward to light our passions and sticking up for the little people there. We've got the moon, which is getting in touch with our emotions and trying to find a way to meld those emotions with the real world, the outside world, inner and outside world, meld it. And then the Knight of Wands, just diving into our passions and doing a lot, like actively doing a lot of those passion things. And then the undercurrent was the Knave of Chalices, and this one was learning about emotions and learning to communicate about those emotions. So that's all that I've got for the reading today. And I am pretty sure we are good on everything else. Definitely check out the description below and check out my website. That sale is only going on through the 15th. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And it is definitely not like any other package that you've seen out there before. It is different in that it's not a typical reading. It's not like a one-on-one. It's not something we sit down and do. It's not something we even Skype and do. It is something that you can keep and you can reference for forever. Forever, as long as your digital library will allow. So do keep that in mind. I'll put the link in the description below. And that's all I've got for today. Be sure to like this video, comment down below, and share if you care, and subscribe if you vibe. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I hope you had a good New Year, happy January. Hasta la bye bye. Thank you so much. Mwah.